Basically, when 2023 started, I was feeling so I just felt so excited because I believed that once January 1 hit, I would be a different person and I would feel like I had my entire life together and that I knew what I was doing. And especially because I'm still in my first year of business and growing my business. I just I wanted my first week of January to be this to be I wanted to be this rocket that was just unstoppable, who just knew what she was doing, was focused and aligned with, all the clients that are just lined up to work with her. But instead, the first week of January, I feel like God had other plans for me. So basically, what happened was I had this client who agreed to work with me at the end of December, and I was excited because this was like my like I have many leads, but this was the first client in a while who was saying that they would work with me, and so I sent them my project proposal and payment plan and all of that, but like they weren't replying to my emails for an entire week, and um and on the seventh day I followed up with them, and they said like they backed out. And this just really, honestly, it just really depressed me. It made me feel so anxious. It made me feel so angry. Like, it made me feel so confused. It made me feel so lost. I remember, actually, it wasn't even the email that they sent me that made me feel so bad about myself. It was the fact that I had been waiting for this opportunity that actually wasn't really meant for me. And I feel like I was more angry about the fact that I felt so unsure about my path. And I just wanted to share a few things that have really helped me to pass through that sort of week of disappointment and just feeling really lost. So here's what's helped me through that time, okay? Cuz usually whenever I'm feeling like shit and like I want to get out of feeling like shit and I want to be productive and I want to hustle and I want to make things happen for myself, usually when like I'm feeling bad, I will just like tell myself, it's okay, we're going to keep going. Like I would just like I would basically what I would do is that I would get pick myself back up, like ignore how I'm feeling and then just keep going, right? Which is like generally that's what people will tell you to do in terms of like productivity and facing your like attaining your goals, like oh yeah, just close your eyes and like hustle through the pain and all of that. And that's how I've been living my life for like the last like 5 months. And it's gotten me some results, but lots of it's also gotten me a lot of results that didn't really make a real impact on my life. Something I talk about a lot in my content is the law of attraction and manifestation. And manifestation is basically what it is that it's the belief and the idea that you whatever you think about and you believe that you have, you will receive in your life. And I've been able, like if you search manifestation online, you'll learn more about it, but this is the daily practice that I use every day that has helped me go from being, depressed and being not being well being financially dependent on someone else, and also being stuck in an abusive environment, to living independently, improving my health, improving my mental health, finding opportunities and teaching myself. And I have transformed my life so much within just like 365 days or less by using by using this practice. And that's why I'm using it now, especially now during this time when I'm still feeling so insecure about my future and how I can move forward. And so this is how, and before, my problem with manifesting was that like I've had success with manifesting. Like that's how I got this place that I'm living in now, and it's also how I was able to find people online who are abroad who have already been successful in the exact industry that I'm in, right? So like law of attraction is no joke. Like it really gets you some amazing results in your life. I've even manifested money with it at some point. But now what I really want is like success in my business. So yeah, this is what I'm doing to do that. So like when I was experiencing all of that blockage and all of those disappointments and pain during the first 7 days of 23, I really thought to myself, maybe the reason why I'm experiencing so much feelings of rejection and sadness and just ickiness is because I'm not meant to be working right now. Maybe I'm meant to reflect on myself and reflect on my journey and find answers there. Maybe the reason why like I'm experiencing all of these difficulties now is really because that's how it's meant to be at this very moment and it's not my fault. Maybe it's God saying you have to calm down. You have to calm down and just trust me and just know that it's not the right time for you. And just know that the opportunities that were taken out of your life are because I have something greater in mind for you. And so instead of like trying to fight against how badly I was feeling, I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to take a step back from work and trying to attain all of these things. I'm going to take a step back from all of this. Instead, I'm going to work on myself and really start writing down what I want and really get to the core um of my goals and how I want to feel in this life. There's a word for it in the manifesting spirituality community. They call it scripting, where basically you write down your goals, you write down how you would feel once you've already attained the things that you want. For me, my goal in the next like 12 months is to generate $10,000 per month in revenue in my business online. And 10,000 USD to Philippine pesos is 500,000 pesos. And I know like to people here, to people in the Philippines, like that's a crazy amount of money. But then if you ask like literally any agency owner or like service based or like business owner, like $10,000 is actually a really common benchmark and it's actually really realistic. Here's an example of what the practice that I've been doing. Also, I've written all of my affirmations here. So, scripting basically, what I would do to script is I would write out what I believe God is telling me when I meditate or when I pray. I don't do it on purpose, but sometimes I'm led to certain pieces of content, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's online, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on LinkedIn, anywhere. I will receive content that's saying the same thing, and it's not an algorithm thing. Like I'll receive one video saying a certain thing, then I'll go outside and I'll hear someone else saying the same thing. And I would take it as, okay, God's trying to tell me something because I keep on hearing the same message over and over again. So I would write it down here. Because something that we don't realize is that sometimes there are patterns that are around us that's actually like God trying to communicate to us what we need to do next. Here in my scripting diary, I would write down those messages that I believe that God or the universe is trying to communicate to me. And I'll also write down like my goals in terms of like finances, in terms of like my well-being, in terms of my mental health. I write it all down here. And something else I'm working on, I have trust issues. I have really, really severe trust issues. And I have a hard time trusting the process. And I would have a hard time like trusting God and trusting in the universe. I also write affirmations to for me to reflect on so that I to help me become more trusting of the process of attaining what I want. So I'll give you some examples of what I've written here. One affirmation that I've been using a lot more recently, and this has actually gotten me results already within like the first 3 days of using it. My top affirmation is everything is always working out for me, or everything always works out for me. And the reason why this affirmation is so powerful is that as someone who's always trying to control how everything turns out, whenever like when I remind myself everything's working out for me, it helps me to remember that even if I don't know what the answers, all the solutions are to my problems, there's a solution out there that I'm probably just not seeing. And that's okay, you know? So, yeah, like everything always works out for me is one of like the top affirmations that I have here. So you can see it here. And something that I'm going through is that I have felt like I am working so hard for my goals, but I'm not getting the payoff that I want yet. Like, I'm not getting the results that I want yet. And it would just make me feel like, oh my god, am I gonna die? Have I just wasted my entire life on something that just isn't gonna work, you know? And actually, while I was stressing about that, I was on TikTok, you know, as you are, and I was feeling really shit about myself, to be honest. So I was scrolling, and then I see this one TikTok. It was about this story going like it was the creator was she was like talking about this story from the Bible, and going like if you are experiencing, I think she said something like if you're experiencing frustration or problems in your life, God can save you from that. And I was honestly feeling so skeptical because I was going through so much turmoil and pain. But I was just like, you know, whatever, let me just watch this, right? Talking about um Moses parting the Red Sea. So when the Israelites fled from Egypt, they had escaped, right? They escaped the Pharaoh, like, and they were promised like a land of milk and honey, and they were going to be prosperous and free finally, right? During their escape, in their path, they just come across this huge Red Sea, and the Egyptians were just chasing after them, and they were just like, where the flying shit are we gonna go? Where the fuck do we go? Okay, and she says, so you're chasing the solution, you're trying to find a way out of your problems, but all you find is a huge Red Sea that's blocking you from what you want and making you doubt in your prayers. And she said, like, the Israelites, while they were there and they were feeling stuck and they were being chased by these freaking Egyptians, they were like, is this really what you want for us, God? Do you want us to die here? And I remember, like, a couple of days before that, that was literally what I was saying. In my prayer, like, I was so angry, and I was just like, is this really what you want for me? Like, is this what you want from me, God? Do you want me to go through all of this pain just so that I can end up here with no results, tired, burnt out, angry, feeling like I just wasted my entire life on a dream that wasn't going to happen? Is this what you wanted for me? To just die here stranded? And it wasn't like I was shouting at God or something, but I was freaking angry. I was angry, okay? And that's exactly what I was saying in my prayer. Moses said to the Israelites after that, don't be afraid. Be brave and you will see the Lord save you today. Be brave and you will see the Lord save you today. And after that, that was when God parted the Red Sea. Like, miracle, a big, huge miracle happens. The Red Sea is parted and they're able to pass through. And I took this as a huge sign from God saying, I'm about to part the Red Sea for you, girl. So stop panicking, right? And I wrote that down here. The Red Sea. The Red Sea. Yeah. So I was crying a lot, and I was so depressed, and I was thinking like, I fucked up. I'm a fuck up. I'm a failure, and there's no point, and I should just die. I was already thinking like that. I was already thinking like, my life is over. Like, I'm done. Like, I have no future. And I'm screwed. And I am an absolute loser. Like, I wasn't saying that. Okay, that's a bit dramatic. What I was saying was, I'll just stop eating. I'll stop drinking water. I'll stop trying to live. I will just curl up in my bed and allow myself to die here. Like, that's so dramatic, but that's literally what I was thinking. Because I was like, there's no way I'll be able to get through this. There's no way I'll be able to find the right clients. There's no way I'm going to be able to make it to the next step in it. Like, I can't do this. I'm done. That was literally what I was thinking of. And this is where I started being able to move through that, was literally writing out the messages that I was hearing from people all the time, and also writing out what I wanted. So let me go through a few more of my affirmations. So, I only receive the best opportunities easily and fast. Thank you, universe, for the lessons you've taught me during my lack phase. Thank you, universe, for the tests that have made me stronger. My life is extremely easy and effortless. God is treating me to all the abundance of the earth. I have more than I've ever had in my life. I let go of all my lack. What else have I written? I've also written, be unafraid. There's not more that needs to be done. Let go of what was and be excited for what is to be. And as I wrote this, I still didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I still felt like shit, and I still felt really lost in my life. But I was like, this feels right, and I want to feel closer to, I want to reconnect to, to God and like His plan for me, because I've tried doing things my way and I feel absolutely lost. I release all my fears to God, who knows every need and has a solution ready for all of it. God is guiding me through the deepest of waters. God guides me through troubled waters because my enemies can't swim. I am enough. There is more than enough in this world. I am enough, and there is more enough resources and opportunities in this world. There is a supply for every need that I have, and I trust that it will always arrive in divine timing, exactly before or when it is needed. And I've also done this thing where I would write, you have received a payment, $4,500. You have received a payment. And I do that because on PayPal, that's how my notification looks like when I do receive a payment. It says you have received a payment, then followed by the amount. So I would always write, you have received a payment, $4,000, $2,500. Like, I'll keep on writing it out. And here's the latest one that I just wrote today. Failure is fake. The only delusion is failure. And I kept on writing as well, you have received a payment for $4,000. Yeah, so this is what I have, and this is what's really helped me and just gotten me really motivated and excited to go back into the world of business again, I guess. I didn't want to interact with people for a while. And like, this has made me feel more protected and safe, like in the eyes of God, like, which has really made me feel okay with trying again and getting back out there. And I hope that if you're watching this and if you felt like giving up, like, it happens. Like, it really happens. Like, I'm not saying that it's like it's not that bad. Like, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it happens, and like, it's okay to feel like that, because I can tell you, like, every single like successful person in this world, each of them has a story of like that day that they almost gave up. Like, you can search up like John Krasinski. He's like this really famous actor from The Office. He said, like, he was waiting tables in Los Angeles like 2 years, and he was about to give up already. He was telling his mom, he was calling his mom, after 2 years of waiting tables in LA, telling her, I give up on acting, and I'll move in with you, and I won't do this again. But instead of the mom saying yes, come back home, she goes like, you know, it's only September. How about you just wait? Give it just a couple more months. Just give it like 2 months more, and maybe something will turn around. And that was exactly when John Krasinski like landed his breakthrough role in The Office, and now he's like this like super famous actor. And my point is with that, you know, like even the greats, they will experience failure, and they will experience like wanting to give up and like crying on the floor. I know I have. I've literally cried on the floor, like calling my friends so many times and going like, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this. Like I'm about to cry talking about it because it's so real. And you're not alone if you're experiencing like wanting to give up and feeling like you can't make it through to the next month. Like I'm getting really emotional talking about this, but like you will experience days when no matter how positive you try to be or how hard you work, like you'll feel like, you know, is this it for me? Like I want to give up. Like I don't see the point in even trying to make my life better when moving forward is so difficult, when I don't see how I'll be able to make it through. And you know, in my life, I know I've experienced that multiple times when I don't know how I'll be able to, for example, how I'll be able to pay for my food, how I'll be able to find my next opportunity, how I'll be able to, like, how I'll be able to survive sometimes. But there's always, like, somehow, someway, there's always a way to make it happen. And right now, like I'm also still on my journey of like building myself from the ground up, since you know it like I've only just finished my first year of being independent. I'm still learning, you know, and I still like, even after one entire year of learning all of this, like I still, many nights, I still don't know what I'm doing. I have experienced mornings where I just don't want to wake up anymore, and I don't want to go out and try and buy food or take a shower. I don't want to clean my dishes because I'm so afraid and so tired of facing life, because I just feel so alone and so helpless. And you know what? It is okay. Like, if you want to cry, if you fucking hate yourself, it is okay. Like, cry, like, crawl up in the corner, cry, hate yourself, and like, just be angry and pissed off, and like, be lazy. Do it. Like, give up. It's okay. Give up. But I promise that, like, when you come back, and you will come back, you'll come back like 10 times stronger, and that's great. That's a good thing. Don't hate yourself for things not going according to plan. It's not your fault. You're not a bad person because of it, and you're not a failure because of it. And I know that when you're going through this, the one thing that you want to know is what should you do next? What's the next step? You know? So many gurus online will just tell you, oh, just keep hustling, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes you legitimately don't know what the next step is. Let me tell you what your next step is if you experience that. Your next step is to fucking cry. Cry. Just allow yourself to feel like shit. Allow it in your body. Don't, like, stop hating yourself because of it. Allow yourself to feel like shit. Relax. That's your job. That's your only job. I don't care if you have bills coming up that you're afraid of. I don't care if you're scared about like how you're gonna make ends meet. Right now, in this very fucking moment, those things that you're worrying about haven't happened yet. They haven't fucking happened yet. So get your eyes off those problems. Focus on yourself. Like you have two hands right now. Where are your hands? Where are your feet? Where is your butt sitting on right now? You're sitting on a chair. You have a roof over your head. Thank God you have a roof over your head. Focus on those things. You don't have to be crazy grateful about it. You don't have to. Okay, that's not what I'm gonna fucking tell you to do. I'm gonna tell you just sit down, breathe, fucking breathe for fuck's sake, breathe. There's no goal here. There's no goal here. We're not trying to get you to feel perfect. We're not trying to make you feel happy. We're not trying to make you super smart. We're not trying to help you find the answers to your problem. All that you have to do is breathe. That's all I'm telling you to do. Breathe, okay? In the nose, out the mouth. And think, what will make you the happiest in the world? What will bring you joy? Like right now, right in front of you, as things are, without the money that you're asking for yet, without the big career that you're asking for yet, right now in front of you, what can you do? Do you have a journal you can write in? Will that make you happy? Would you enjoy that? Do you have a friend that you can call? Do you have family that you can talk to? If not, that's perfectly okay. Find something else. There's always something. I swear to God, there's always something. There's a color that you like. There's an animal that you enjoy playing with outside, whether it's a stray cat or a stray dog. There's a mall that you enjoy walking around. And you know what? You don't have to buy something when you go to the mall. You can just literally walk around and just enjoy the fact that you're surrounded by happy people. That's what I do a lot. And I swear, just go outside, literally just touch some grass, go to a park, and just relax. That's your next step. I promise you, if you're watching this video, you are in the right place in your life, and you are being guided by God to exactly where you need to be. Okay? And if you are stressing out, first step that you need to do, take the pressure fucking like off yourself and just focus on what will make you happy right now. And I swear, like all of the solutions that you need, the breakthrough you're looking for, it's gonna come like at the perfect time after you've centered yourself and just relax. Okay? Because stressing isn't gonna get you where you need to be. So if this video has helped you out, give it a like, subscribe and all of that shit. I really hope that this video helped you out, because I know how much I needed someone to tell this to me when I was going through my shit. And yeah, like I hope this helped you, and I hope you have a great day, and take care of yourself.